name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we have my September book haul. Don't feel like I have too many books here, which I'm actually super happy about. A lot of the ones that I do have here were pre-orders that I had previously placed through Barnes & Noble, and I just ended up picking up throughout the month of September because, you know, they came out. September seemed to be a really good month for book releases because I actually know there were other book releases in September that I was not able to purchase yet. So, yes, tons of good books out, and I just have some of them that I was able to get my hands on. The first book I have here is actually a gift from Michelle Reads YA. I will leave her channel linked down below. Please go check her out. She is another booktube mom. Her son is around the same age as my son, and I love her videos. So go check her out. But she got me Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have been looking forward to this one. I don't know a ton about it because that's just not how I work with book summaries a lot of the time, but this is a YA contemporary about a girl named Monday who goes missing. I don't know much more than that, and I don't really want to know too much, especially with contemporary stuff like this, but I'm very much looking forward to it. The next one I have here is the Illumicrate edition of The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. I was lucky enough to get my hands on this August Illumicrate book. I was only able to purchase the book version, but that was the main reason I wanted it. I do not always subscribe to Illumicrate, especially the monthly boxes, because shipping is just so expensive, but I have purchased like special edition boxes, and I found out when everybody else found out that this book was going to be in the box. I knew exactly what book it was going to be because of the summary, and I had already read an e-arc of it and absolutely loved it. I have the US version that I think I hauled like last time. I absolutely love this book. It is one of my favorite books of the year. It is an adult sci-fi with multiverses. There's tons of diversity in here. Diversity with race, gender, sexuality. It is so good. It's so beautifully written, and this gorgeous edition is slightly different than the UK one. The UK one had, I think, like circles or spots on it, whereas this one we have lines, but we also have these like hot pink edges that I'm living for because it's the Illumicrate edition. It is also signed, and under the dust jacket is this like pretty, almost like spacey star thing. This is one of my favorite books of the year. I'm so happy I got my hands on this copy. Next, I have Venus in the Blindspot by Junji Ito. This is, I believe, a short story collection from Junji Ito. I have basically all of his work. I think there's only one other book that I have not picked up yet from this manga author, but I absolutely love his horror manga. He has longer series like Uzumaki and Gyo and Tomi, and then he has short story collections. They are super creepy. The art style is like very unique and original. Like, you can tell Junji Ito art style, and I'm very excited to read this one. I do think I'm going to end up picking it up next month. Then I also have Prime Deceptions by Valerie Valdez. This is the sequel to Chilling Effect that I read a couple months ago. Really enjoyed that one, gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I'm very excited for book 2. I don't know much about book 2, and I probably shouldn't give you too much of a summary of this anyway. It is an Own Voices book. Both the author and our main character are Cuban American, and it is a sci-fi in the vein of like Firefly and Mass Effect. The first book definitely gave me Mass Effect vibes, and I'm very excited for this one. There are also psychic cats that don't have tons to do with the plot, but they're in there and they're adorable. And again, yeah, I'm very excited to see where this second one is going to go. Then I have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This is a Latinx trans ghost story. I don't know much else about it, but I'm very excited for this one. It sounds super intriguing, and I've heard nothing but good things. This is also the Barnes & Noble YA Book Club version. So we have a gorgeous Under the Dust Jacket that apparently does not appear on any other version, and I'm so happy I was able to get this one. Then I also have another new release. This is Well Played by Jen DeLuca. This is the sequel slash companion novel to Well Met that I read earlier this year. Absolutely loved, 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm very excited for this one. So this is going to follow other characters in our same Ren Fair setting. I don't know if it's the year after, 2 years after, who knows what. But our main girl character is going to be Stacy, who was one of the people that Emily worked with in the first book, and I am so excited for it. So excited. Then I also have the September Owl Crate book, which is Horrid by Katrina Leno. I will leave the unboxing for this down below in case you guys are interested in that. But otherwise, this is a spooky story, ghost story, psychological story, grief story. We don't fully know, but I'm very excited to read it. Because it is the Owl Crate edition, we do have it signed. Under the Dust Jacket here for the book is pretty plain, but we do have gorgeous art under the Dust Jacket of some sort of like spooky house in the woods. I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see what this is all about. I'm jumping back in middle probably to say, I forgot to show you The Lost Book of the White by Cassandra Clare and Wesley Chu because I'm doing Shadowhunter September and I just completely forgot that I bought it this month. It came out on the 1st of September because I've already read it. So this is actually the back of the Dust Jacket, which I think more publishers need to do because this one matches the hardcover original Dust Jacket of Red Scrolls of Magic. And the new cover, while gorgeous, does not match. So here's what that one looks like, which again, like I said, is gorgeous, but doesn't match my original copy. So the fact that the publisher did this for us is amazing because I'm probably going to end up buying the paperback one next year when that comes out so I can have this one match my paperback version of Red Scrolls of Magic. Here's the spine, I guess, in case you want to see. So this one follows after the Mortal Instruments and the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy short story collection. If you don't want to be spoiled for some of that stuff, don't read this until after that. Obviously, it also follows Red Scrolls of Magic, but these books aren't directly in chronological order, like the Mortal Instruments or the Infernal Devices or the Dark Artifices, where the series is like one right after the other. These ones are interspersed in between other series. So Red Scrolls of Magic happened after City of Glass. This one takes place, like I said, after City of Heavenly Fire and Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. And I think the third one of this is going to happen after Queen of Air and Darkness. I don't fully remember that one, and that won't be coming out right away. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on this, I will leave the vlog where I talked about it linked down below. But I really did enjoy it, 5 out of 5 stars. I love this Wesley Chu, Cassandra Clare team for these books. Also, most of this book here takes place in Shanghai, and they have a lot of like Chinese mythology, religion sort of stuff in here. Really enjoyed it. So back to what I was doing earlier. And then finally, we're getting into some comic bind-ups. So the first one I have here is going to be Dragon Age Blue Wraith. This is by Nunzio de Filippis. I have been reading these for a while. I think I have all of them back here. I've read Mage Killer and Knight Errant, but I also have Deceptions that I have not read yet. But basically all of these comic bind-ups are individual stories, so you don't have to necessarily read the other ones in order, but they all take place around Dragon Age Inquisition time, sometimes a little bit after that, and I'm very curious about this one because it follows Fenris from Dragon Age 2, so I'm curious, like, is this what he was doing during Dragon Age Inquisition? I don't know, but I'm very excited. This book was actually supposed to come out in like June or July, but it got moved to September because of COVID. If you like Dragon Age and you're looking for more things in that world, definitely check out these like comics because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be like canonical for the story, and I'm super excited. Then last we have some Buffy comics. So behind these books here, I have a ton of Buffy comics. There are basically two different kinds of Buffy comics. There are the previous Buffy comics that were done by Dark Horse that follow the Buffy the TV show. So following season 7 up through season 11 or 12, I think it was. I don't fully know when they ended, but they have ended because the Buffy licensing got purchased or transferred to Boom Comics. So now we have a reboot of Buffy through Boom Comics that is basically taking Buffy and the Scooby Gang and Sunnydale and instead of having it in like the 90s, early 2000s, it is in the present day. And we have the same sort of characters, the characterization's a little bit different, but we have other events going on as well. I've read the first volume, and I'm very intrigued to see where it's going to go next. So, I did pick up Volume 2, Once Bitten, Volume 3, From Beneath You, and Hellmouth, as well as Angel, Volume 1, Being Human, and Volume 2, City of Demons. So, I have never read the Angel comics that follow the Angel TV show that go with the Buffy ones. They don't seem to overlap a ton. However, for this new reboot, they basically have you read Buffy Volume 1, and then Angel Volume 1 and Buffy Volume 2. I don't know the full order of them, I'll have to look that up, but basically you do read Angel Volume 1 and Volume 2, and Buffy Volume 1, 2, and 3 before you get to Hellmouth, because that is like a Hellmouth crossover event between everything, and because it's only 6 volumes total right now, there might be more Hellmouth stuff coming soon. I got them all. Instead of having to get like 20, 25 Buffy ones plus probably like 10, 15, 20 Angel ones, that's a lot more than just 6 volumes total to get caught up, basically. But again, I'm very curious about the sort of reboot system, because again, I've read Buffy Volume 1, and I liked what I read, and I'm very curious about all this other stuff. I don't even know how Angel's been rebooted. I'm, again, very, very curious and excited, and when I saw them all in the bookstore that I haven't picked up yet, I bought them all. I bought them all. Okay, and so that is my entire book haul for September. Again, I don't think that was horrible for me. I have definitely done worse for my wallet. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I do have videos up Mondays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturdays, so I will see you then. Bye!